Hey everyone. Hey, how you doing? We're going to do some free readings today, and we're going to be talking about division and the divide and the difference between what side of the fence you're on and where are you going to go when it comes to the great divide. I might be having some technical difficulties here, so hopefully I'm not freezing up too much. And just let me know. Let me know how everything is going in the chat room, and we're going to do some free readings. Now, all you have to do is give me your birth date and your birth information, and we're all set to go for free readings. I'm going to turn off as much stuff as I can here. Oops, that's not what I meant. So, what do you guys? And we're also going to talk about families. So, why were you born into the family that you were born into? And I can see that in your astrological chart. Okay. I can see that in your astrological chart as well. Did that work? I'm not sure what you mean, Stephanie, by did that work? If you want to give me your birth information, I can do that and we can start doing some readings. Now, there's a reason why we are born into the families that we are born into. And that is because we chose them. And I know a lot of people are going to go like, hell no, I am not choosing. There's no way I chose this family. No way. But guess what? We did. We chose them in two different ways. We chose them karmically and we chose them energetically. So I'm going to take a look at what's going on, make sure that everybody can see me. And okay, now I see it. So we've got January 10th. Now, if you don't have a question, I always say to people, this is a quickie, and we don't have time for just generals. And it's really important that we do some specific questions that you might want to ask. And I'm just going to check in with my producer and uh, make sure that we're being heard. So January 10th, 83, 7 a.m., right off the hop. Now, we do choose our families because of many different reasons. And since she's asking for a general, I'm probably just going to be talking about, hey, Katie, can everybody see me or am I really choppy? January 10th, 83, 7 a.m. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about with her chart, and I'd love your feedback because people are going to read these later when they go back and listen to this, and it's going to pique their curiosity. They're going to say, well, Holly talked a lot, but have no idea what the feedback is around it. You were very adult as a child, and in fact, you're going through a soul ascension, but it's going to feel like a soul rebirth at first, which means your life is completely changing. Sometimes when I see this, with you, there's a new business alignment that you're making, which means that you may be starting your own business or you're climbing up the corporate ladder and you're getting recognition finally for everything that you have been doing. And it can include an increase in income, but if it is a business, it's a really good time to start your business. You should not be working for other people. You should be working for yourself, or you should be in a position where you're in upper management or you're the one that has control. Okay. Because otherwise, you're not going to be a happy camper ever. This is someone who works right to the last breath because you love the satisfaction of accomplishments. And this is a great year for you. There's more money coming in starting in the next month, specifically in the summer. And yeah, and you chose your parents so that you could be independent. So you had to grow up fast. so that you could be the boss. You taught you when you were young to be the boss of you. And as you got older, you don't want anybody else to be the boss of you. Okay. We can see you and hear you. Thank you. That's great. So, Stephanie, how is my family going to be? You're the one, and please, you got to take ownership of this. You're the one that shows up for everyone. You'll be the one that's there for your parents. You'll be the one that's there for your grandparents, and you'll get upset that you're got all the responsibility and no one's doing it their fair share. But really, what it comes down to is that you're the first one to step up to the plate, and you've got it all under control right off the hop. Right off the hop. So that's why. That's why you end up being the one that's in control. Okay, I'm glad. Thank you for saying that you can hear us and you can see me because I'm choppy on my end. So I want to make sure I'm not choppy on your end. We're going to look at January 7th, 77. And there's no questions. So I'm just going to talk to you about your childhood. 77. I like this, right? Because it made it easy for me. We got February. So right away, February 77, you too are you're just at the tail end of right now, as we speak, of reaping the benefits and the rewards of being in charge, being in charge of looks like it is in a business and self-employment. It may be in your career. If you haven't taken advantage of this is what I would have done if you were a client of mine a year ago. I would have said, this is time that you go up to your boss. People don't want to fire people like you. Even the one that I just spoke to earlier, people don't like to fire people like you because you are the most responsible and reliable employee that anyone has. So they keep you right where you are. And unless you let them know, I'm going elsewhere, unless you move me where I want to be, you're going to stay exactly where you are. So hopefully in the last year, you made sure that that was apparent to you. If not, then this is the time to do it. You've got the tail end. You've got about 4 more weeks to do this. So get out there and get her done. It's a good time to get a raise financially as well. And you've been dealing with some stuff. It looks like possibly your mother could have been a sister, and it might even be a partner's mother, but you've been the one that's been holding the responsibility too, because you've got an enormous amount of compassion and you're an amazing problem solver. So everybody just relies on you to get the job done. Okay, no specific questions, guys, and you don't get specific answers. Okay, it's really important that you ask. That Stephanie says absolutely. Thank you for the feedback. That really means a lot. Jane O'Connor, yeah. So those are the 277, and so now we're going to look at June. Once they get going, I'm not really going to go in an order. June 23rd, 66. If you don't have a question, I'm not going to put your birth time down. June 23rd, 66. And, questions, anything about your career, about your mom, about your partner. How come I can't find love? What's going on with my stomach? Should I sell my house? Why am I not satisfied in my career? What is my blocks? What is my spiritual growth? What is my destiny? Why am I here? June 23rd, 86. And you can't ask the question after. Like if you ask the question after, then please put down all your information again, all in one line, everything all in one line. And that would be great. AskHollyHall.com is where you can get a reading from me. As little as $33. That's one of my most popular ones is the $33 ones because I just talk about you for 15 minutes. I record it. I give you all the answers that you're looking for. Most people ask about 3 questions. And then I send it off to you. And you just hear me talk really fast for 15 minutes with the details and the dates of all the answers that you need to the questions that you've asked at askhollyhall.com. 33 buckaroonies is not bad, right? This is somebody who's you're very caring. You want other people to see you as a caring, nurturing person, and they do. But it's been a difficult year, and there's been a lot of gossip, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of confrontation. It's just starting, actually. You're just starting to feel a little bit confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't think I like where I am. There might be some empty nesting going on, or something going on with your children. And really, what you're asking for is like, I want freedom. I've been this reliable, responsible person. I've been caring. I've been taking care of the nest egg. And now I have a voice and I've got something to say. And I want my freedom and I want to hightail it out of this situation, whatever that is. You haven't asked me a detailed question, so it's hard to give you a detailed answer. Will the information show to everyone? I'm not sure. If I highlight it, it does, but I think it does. Yeah, it'll show up in the Facebook chat after. Okay, thanks, first timer, Chrissy. Think I was born at 10 o'clock. When it starts to get busy, I'm really just going to scroll and only answer those who've got specific questions. Didn't realize at first about the question. That's okay. What I'm going to do here is, there we go. I'm going to show you the details of what's needed. Okay. And that will be helpful. That's my bad. I should have put that up right away. I've been wondering a lot about okay. Okay. Jane O'Connor. October 20th, 66. I think I was born. Will I be successful in my business? Can you see me moving? Been having a lot of odd dreams lately. Okay, I'm only going to answer one question. So, October 20th, 66. October 20th, 66. We choose our family because of karmically. So, karmically, we choose them because we've been around the block with them quite a few lifetimes, if not thousands. And we're connected with them karmic credit wise, which means we keep coming back over and over again because we got some business. We got business to do. We got things to solve. We got to support other family members or make some changes or start businesses together or be successful together as a family member, etc. And there's karmic credit where the idea is I've got some angst against you. We've got some bad situations that have happened and I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, or you didn't love me and I want you and I need you. And so we come back because we have to separate ourselves from desire, separate ourselves from the need to, or separate or heal whatever that pain is and that difficulty is. When it comes to business, talking to this October 20th that asked about her business, Ooh, I'm not seeing. Let me see what time you said you were born. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything to do with the business. Jupiter is not going to be in the 10th house until I say your business will be very successful once Jupiter gets in the 10th house. That's not until 2027. And in 2027, in the year, it's the summer of 2027. Summer of 2027 is where I see successful in business. And since I couldn't get that one, let me see about a move. There's definitely a possibility for a move when Saturn hits 29 degrees again. And that would be, I do sidereal astrology at askhollyhall.com. And it's very close to Vedic astrology. 29. If there's a move, it's in May of 2026, but nothing is standing out. Nothing is standing out other than that. Okay, just where do you see my future? That's too general. Uh, Future in love, future in career, future in your health journey. That's too general. I'm not a crystal ball psychic person. Okay, I'm sidereal astrologer who's got a background education in psychology and neurolinguistic programming, past life regression. And I look at my clients and I coach my clients to manifest and make things happen. But if somebody came, if you went to your doctor and you said, "Can you make me healthier?" Or you took your car in and you said, "Fix my car." They'd want to know more, right? They'd want to know, well, what's wrong? What's going on? What do you want me to diagnose? What do you want me to fix? What do you want me to give you answers to? And that's the way I work as well. Thank you, Stephanie. So, could you please give me a reading of much loved ones who passed on? Anything else, please, Janelle? I don't always get people that are passed on, but I am getting the symbol of one right now. I'm getting a female. I'm getting, it's a mother figure. Janelle, it's a mother figure. But almost looks grandmotherly. So I don't know how old you are, Janelle, but she looks like traditionally grandmotherly, like she baked cookies and she read you stories and she had containers of candy on the on the couch table. I'm getting a J as well, and that's what I'm getting right now. So you have to let me know if that rings true. She's my friend's mom who passed 1 year ago, and it's Gail. Okay, I got a J. So, but yeah, that's she was like mother to everyone. Like the best thing I could say is like she was like a mother hen. Yeah, and she's with a man there, about the same age as she is, and she's with that man, and she's super super happy, and she wants you to tell your friend. Did she knit? She's showing me knitting and that your friend has something that she knit. The outlook of silver is it's going to start becoming really expensive to buy starting in June of 2026. So buy as much as you can right now. Yes, 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 she was. Thank you, Janelle. Okay, looks like I tapped in. Please, you need to know if my mom, James message, I'm grateful to hear from anyone. Okay, good. So your friend has something that she knit for her. Is your friend, I don't know how old you are, is your friend expecting a baby or her child is expecting a baby? Because she's acknowledging that. Okay, let's take a look at uh, why do I keep seeing the number 424 or will the pain go away? Okay, 42472. Thank you so much. That is a great question. Okay. I had such a busy week this week working with my clients, and I've got all their charts up here, and they don't want to ride over them. So 27. Oh, will I meet the right man? Okay, where was I? Will I meet the right man? I will do that one next. So 10, 27, 77. Normally I do prefer that you actually put the month on, but this will work. January, February, March, April. See, that's why I have to do this stuff. So April 24, 72. AskHollyHall.com is where you can get a reading from as low as 15. And if you guys sign up to my newsletter, you get 20% off. And 618, you didn't put PM or AM. So I don't know if you're doing military time, but let me see if I can see anything about the pain. You've got a really, depends if you're born in the morning or the afternoon. That's too bad. Okay, so I can't answer to that. There's a thyroid issue that you're having, and I want you to take a look at your thyroid. It's affecting your adrenals, and those adrenals are also affecting your feet. There's a lot of inflammation around the feet. Let me see if she puts down a man. Heck yeah. Okay. First time seeing you. Need to hear from mom, dad, grams, grandpa. Okay. Sorry, Suzanne. I tend to stick to, I'm not getting anything, Suzanne. I tend to stick to my astrology, my downloads. But if I get somebody comes to me, it will happen once in a while. I'm not seeing one for you. And so hopefully that one answered your health questions. When will the pain go away? Now, if you're born in the morning, there's a predisposition to diabetes, and that's where it can happen with your, and it's only because you really love sugar. It really has a lot to do with the sugar. You've got sensitivity to drugs, so always double check with your pharmacist about the drugs that you're taking to have something to do with the pain. And then also check your thyroid, do a full panel test. It's a full thyroid panel test. If in the States, you can go to Paloma and you can order it online for $99, and that will give you the accuracy, your T3, your T4, and you'll need to test it 2, 3 times, maybe a month apart, right? Because it's like blood sugar. It just goes newt, newt, newt. And you'll know because your hair is thinner, your nails are thinner, and you're having difficulty losing weight if there's a thyroid issue. Let me see if there's any exact questions. Do you see anyone around me? Joanne Petrie, did you have a daughter or a child pass on? Just say yes or no. Anything would be great. Let's take a look. Yes, her daughter, my friend's daughter, Maddie. Okay, Janelle, thank you for confirmation. So Janelle's giving me confirmation that her friend's daughter is having a child. She's acknowledging that it's a girl. Sometimes when I hear that, that means that the grandmother, is going to be the soul of the child. Sometimes. So look for signs. AskHollyHall.com. Gail has lollies on her kitchen bunch. Okay. Let me see if, okay, I got the pain one. When am I going to get a man? So let's look at 1977, 2710. October. She wants a man. When Uranus goes into, there's a few chances. Oh no, we don't know what time you're born. Okay, never mind. Ixnay that. So then we want to look at, okay, yeah. So here we go. There's a few chances, and here's the date. Now this is sudden, unexpected opportunity to meet a partner, which means it's a sudden, unexpected invitation or invite. Yeah, invite. It might be somebody invites you to have a conversation. Somebody might invite you to a party. You might overhear something that you're really interested in. That's an invitation from source to like, hey, maybe you should go and ask them a few questions around it. And these are the specific dates that these sudden, unexpected, even things like why would I want to do that, will happen. Okay. And that's April. And specifically April 10th all the way until the end of April of 2026. And is there another date? Is there another date? Let me look at 2027. I don't see anything else for 2028. No. So yeah, if I knew the time, and that's very specific, if you want to do that, you can go to askhollyhall.com. You had a chance in the December. Also, you had all last year, you had a chance of manifesting a man and a partner, but you had to go for it. You have to go after it. And I know dating apps, they suck because they're set up for failure. But what you want to do in a dating app, and I give this advice to all of my clients, first of all, take a look at a new dating app that's coming out that is not going to be set the algorithms for failure. And that is called Emma, EMMA .love. And you can sign up ahead of time for when it gets launched. But in the meantime, if you're not going to get yourself out there in all kinds of ways, then you're looking at dating apps. You only do day dates. You don't include alcohol. You don't date, or the date does not extend after 5 o'clock. You make it very clear that you're looking for a serious partner and that you don't put out, basically. And yeah, that's going to narrow it down quite a bit, but that's okay because then you know the ones that are involved are serious, and make sure you got a real picture of you. Like, obviously, one of the best pictures of you, but it's you. And let's take a look at, so the man that you prefer, what happens is you end up finding partners that you end up taking care of. Like, you're not just looking for a man, you're looking for a real man. You don't want to mother someone. You don't want somebody who's needy, and you don't want somebody who is insecure and that's picky or critical, because you've been with partners that are critical as well and needy and maybe has a codependent relationship with their mom. You want somebody, and you become really accommodating. You become accommodating to him and his mom and his sisters and like everybody else in the family. And then eventually you lose a sense of who you are. You feel like a servant and a slave, and then you fall out of love after a while, and you find life's not fair, and you get angry and you get frustrated. So in this case, the year, specifically in April, when you can find somebody who is adventurous and fun and fair. Now, you do want them to have the same views that you have, and I would be careful with that. That could be a game changer if you can not worry that they have the same views that you have. That's what's happening. We're really narrowing our choices down now, right? Because with everything going on in the world, we've all taken a side, and we want to only be with people who are on the same side as us. And never in the lifetime has it been like that, except for, back in the day we had dowries and only rich people could be with rich people and poor people had to be with poor people. Is that what we've come to? Is that what it's come to? I hope not. Let me take a look at askhollyhall.com. Yes, I had a child. Please finish your thought. Okay, thank you. So that child is coming through. I got a female energy, but that child is coming through. Joanne. Does Joanne her middle name? Sorry, my mom used to say, "Don't be a nurse or purse for any man." That's right, and that's what you did, and you problem solved for them too. Uh, oh, thanks for the new look. Yeah, uh, we're on the road, and we're in Arizona right now, and we're a stone throw away from Sedona. I'm so excited. I'm going to a huge conference there next year, next year, next week. And I'm going to meet my agent. I'm going to meet Jimmy Church. I'm going to meet Chris Bledsoe and a whole bunch of other people. And I had this green screen thing going on, but now I've just decided this is much easier, and I kind of like it too. It's very pretty. So, oh, you're from Arizona. Am I gonna love it? I heard I'm going to love the Sedona area, and we just got in today to the Sedona area. We've been traveling all through the United States. I'm nomadic. Just to let you know a little bit about me, I'm a nomad. We sold our house 5 years ago. We are looking to buy every year. We're looking to buy, but we are looking to buy this summer, hopefully. Who knows where? I'm ready to settle down. I do see a crash. I do predict a crash coming. It's been slowly, like little baby crashes here and there, but when silver spikes up, oil spikes up like it is right now, and it's going to be about a year with this craziness, and that means food is up and everything. Then we're taking a look at interest rates are going to go up. Everything's going to go up, so houses are going to come down, and that's when I'm going to jump in and buy. I also lost a child. Can you tell me anything with that? Okay, so I am here in Arizona now. Yes, CRB is one of my fans. I'd like to say I feel a little like I'm too humble to say something like that, but it is expensive out there. So let's take a. So we just got in. We got into Arizona about a week or so ago, but we're just outside of Sedona now. Stone throw away. No, it was a son. Okay. Okay. Then the son is saying, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting the other Janelle that lost a child. So it is expensive out there, guys. So let's take a look at Lydia and June 29, 84. There's no specific question. It is helpful to have a specific question because then I can give you a specific answer. I will tell you though, I'm from Canada and the what do they call it? The Midwest coast. I'm not sure what you guys call it here, but New Mexico and Arizona, it is so weird. It's like I'm on another planet, like I'm on Mars. There's no grass. There's all these houses sitting on gravel or cement pads. There's more trailers than there is houses. Uh, there's a lot of poverty, a lot of poor areas. It's super dry, no greenery. We're just getting into greenery. Like when we got to our last place, we started seeing greenery as we were driving. And now we're like 5,000 miles above sea level. There's quite a bit of greenery here. And we'll probably see what Sedona looks like maybe in the next day or two because I'm busy working. It's different. In Canada where everything's green everywhere all the time, unless you're in a big, concrete city, even then, there's always this preservation of all this. But the state parks are beautiful and gorgeous here. The skies are drop dead amazing. And hey, it's not cold. So I am happy. This one I'm looking at, which is June 24, 84. I'm going to take a look of looking at, I'm not sure if you had a question. I'll just talk about why you were here as, hi, Mimi's mom, why you're here as a young, the parents that you chose, right? You've got a karmic relationship with your mom. And this karmic relationship is very difficult. There's a lot of difficulties because she was always trying to be the boss of you. And she's trying to be the boss of you by negating what she thought was right or wrong. Everything was always a teachable moment and always trying to teach you something and really impatient and an assertiveness around it. But the mother also taught you to speak for yourself and speak your truth and just to communicate and slow down in your communication and make sure that things are fair, that you listen as much as you communicate because you lacked that as a child. So, and there's abandonment around father, which means there's this feeling that maybe father wasn't there, father disappeared, father was too social, father just wasn't in the family dynamic at all. But this also taught you to speak your truth. And girl, you can talk. You love to talk. You are a teacher. You got the archetype of the teacher. And when you stick up for somebody or something, you fill everybody with as much information as they need in order to advocate for themselves. And fairness is massive for you. As a child, you said this constantly. Life isn't fair. Why isn't it fair? That's not fair. But you spoke your truth around it too. And I like that about you. You need to communicate. You need to talk. If you have a therapist or a life coach, which is what I do, or a friend or a partner, they need to be a good listener because communicating the details, right? There's always a story behind everything you say is very important. That's how you work things through, is by talking out loud and talking to somebody. Let's see if we get, tell me about Terry. I'm born September 2020. Tell me about Terry. I don't know who Terry is. Like I said, don't come at me right away with talking to people that are passed on. That is something that I do sort of, it happens. But right away you said Terry, and I got somebody who's had very, very thin hair, almost like he was losing his hair before he passed away. I always speak about fairness, Lydia. You are a massive advocate for fairness. Now, I will tell you something, Lydia, that I learned the hard way too, and that is that you watch how much you judge. And I would have been the first person to go like, I don't judge because I can't stand people that judge. Can't stand people. I can't stand it when people judge others. But one time I was talking to somebody that I was spiritually, that is like a spiritual mentor for me. And I said that I was upset about I was upset about how other people get upset about what's going on in the world, and that they're debating and they're dividing against each other. And she said, don't judge. And I was like, no, 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 no. They're the ones that's judging. And she just said it again, don't judge. And I thought, it's still in my head. Like literally, that was like 2 months ago. And it's still in my head. And I'm walking around going, oh my gosh, I'm judging people, judging all the time. I do it all the time. Okay. All the time. Thin hair, not dead. Okay. Sorry about that. In order for me to tell you about somebody else, I need your birth date and I need their birth date. So what I'm asking you is, you would have to give me Terry's birth date and I can tell you all about him or her. Or if you want two done together, then you have to go to my website, askhollyhall.com, and I will do both of you in detail in a 15-minute reading. I will do a reading. Let me be clear about that. And the thin hair, Diane, then is the remote viewing I might be getting, is really strange because it's like he's got it there. It's like it's spiked up and it's there, but it's really, really thin. Like pretty much bald, but that enough, like there's hair that's there everywhere that's like spiked up thin. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm physically seeing. I might be off there. Uh Diane, is this about the Terry now? Okay, yeah. Terry, thank you. Got to put everything all in one line, just like it says right here. And let's see what Terry's all about. March 21, 66. Now, with Terry, he really gives off some mixed signals. And he's going through quite a difficult time right now, and he will be for about a year. About a year? Let me see. Might be a lot less longer than that. A lot less longer. Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. Mercury retrograde. How are you guys doing with Mercury retrograde? Because it's knocked me off the planet pretty much. I've had so much technical issues. I've had miscommunication. I've even said to myself a few times, like, just stop talking, Holly. Just stop talking. Okay, he had a difficult time. It's over as we speak. It's just finalizing, and then things get better for him. Financially, they get better for him. He turns like he turns a new leaf kind of thing, like quite drastically, and a drastic opportunity for him starts in May of 2026. And suddenly he starts communicating because he wasn't communicating. He's very serious. He's very serious. He doesn't jump into anything unless he's carefully thought it through and he experiences the person or the event or the job or the circumstances. And he does this quietly behind the scenes, privately. He can be a bit snappy. He's a little bit of bossy boo, right? He's bossy. He doesn't want anybody to be the boss of them, but and he can, but it's a snap bossiness. It's not like his personality is constantly bossy. But he would do well as a boss and do well self-employed. He would do well in a medical industry. He is very spiritual, very sensitive, but there's an escapism about him. And this is what I'm concerned about that happened to him throughout the last year, was realizing maybe he had to quit drinking, or maybe he had to quit, uh, work through his abandonment that he had. He's optimistic. He likes to be the grown up in the relationship. He likes to be that protector in a relationship. So I don't know if that rings true. He didn't ask me specific questions. So I do sidereal astrology. So he's a Pisces. I do sidereal astrology, and that is astronomy astrology, or Vedic astrology is close to it. And that means everything, where all the planets are in the sky right now, is what I'm reading from from the vantage point of where you were born. Western astrology, which I did for like 30 years, is about 20 degrees off. So go back 20 days, and that's what your sign is. He has Aries in his chart. There's no doubt about it. But the reason is the Earth is on a wobble and it's on an axis, and we're pointing in a different direction now. Even the North Star is slowly, and as the fixed North Star is fixed, so it doesn't move, but the planet is shifting and moving, so it's off a bit. Thank you. There are some here I can try. What does I have you search for help on depression? Green tea will help. B vitamin. Okay. I like Karina's a client of mine, and I like when my clients, they really like to support each other. Are things going to turn around to the better? Feels like I've been in a depression hell for the last 10 years. Lydia, I really want to help you with that. Okay. On your ability, Candace, I could see if I can look at that. Lydia, let me see where Lydia is. June 29, 84. The one thing that I will say, June 29, 84, is when somebody goes through depression for that long, they've tried everything. They've tried the green tea. They tried the B vitamins. I mean, there is a physical part to it. B vitamins usually doesn't help with depression. It helps with anxiety because it regulates the central nervous system, and it gives us a bit more energy as well, or sorry, it regulates the metabolism, but it can help. But let me take a look at June 29, 84, 1:44 a.m. Okay, I just want to make sure. Now, of course, I would take a look at your birth, where you were. And it is interesting, not wrong. Vitamin Bs would help you, but I will take a look at, and you're going to work through this more so next year. But you're, it comes from abandonment. Okay, you've got really severe abandonment syndrome from one of your loved ones, siblings, mother and father. The reason that you've come karmically into this life with them, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you are the teacher. You have the archetype of the teacher. You are a writer, you're an educator, and you are a communicator. And the whole thing was unfair, very unfair, the way that everything played out. But you were here to teach them how unfair it is. Does that mean that you're going to stay close to them, or you'd be close to them? It doesn't show that in this lifetime. This abandonment was here to teach them, so they witnessed their actions because you spoke back, you spoke up. And a lot of counseling doesn't work for you. Like, you don't mind talk therapy, and you did a lot of talk therapy, but it wasn't giving you the results. So what would work for you is neurolinguistic programming. That would work really well with you. You got to write a book about this, girl. Like, as soon as you start writing about it or teaching it or fighting for fairness around it, which means you become that person that people you listen to them that went through this unfairness as well. The You're tired, so you don't want to do a lot right now, but it will improve drastically. In fact, you know that there's a book in you, or there's some podcast, or there's you got to get the information out there. You're shy, you're reserved, you don't have to be on camera. You're beautiful, that you don't have to be on camera, but you're an advocate. And by bringing the truth out there, you do worry about what will other people think? What will other people say? People are still alive that are going to be affected by this. You'll find a way. And I'm just going to see if this is resonating with you at all. 24.5 degrees. Oh, no. Yes, that sounds like him. Okay, good. See if I can get some information from Lydia. So Lydia, I'm looking for some feedback on that. Otherwise, I'll move on thinking that probably not here to listen to what I have to say around that. But just to give you a heads up of when you're going to see that start to dissipate and the depression lift, and it's because of the crowd and the people that you're going to surround yourself with through getting out there, through the teaching, through the writing. And that's all. Now it's April, May, June. It's hard work, it's boot camp. You don't want to do it, but you're going to reap the benefits of it within the next 3 months, and then looking at in 2027 as well. I'm still not getting any feedback. Okay. So we're going to take a look at, if I missed anybody, put your birth date, put your birth information there now. CRB, where's Randy? Randy, where are you? Every Friday, I'm here at 9 o'clock Eastern and 6 o'clock Pacific. And once I settle down, I'm manifesting this, guys. I'm a manifester. I manifest everything. If you want to be a part of my manifesting group, then email me at holly@askhollyhall.com or message me on Facebook, and I'll give you the link. And I'm manifesting my new, not my new, just my new home, my new community. 11/27/85. What do you see with my daughter? November 27. Did you say 85? AskHollyHall.com is where you can get a reading. 7:25 p.m. Thank you. Do I have a promotion coming March? Okay, that's a good one. That's a great question. I'm going to answer that one next. Candace, I need a question. 7:25 p.m. And this is her daughter, and she wants to know what's going on with her daughter. Love feedback. People are going to read the feedbacks later, and that can be very helpful as well. I know one of my clients is in here, and I know that she didn't want to put down some private information. She's looking at moving, maybe looking at moving out of the country or very far from where she lives, helping her child with the education, and it's going to happen. It's just a matter of making a choice and making that move. This one here is your daughter. This summer, she's upset by she's upset with what's going on in the family dynamic. It may be in-laws, but there's a family dynamic, and she's in love, could be in love, and there's some danger around this love. And mom, you can see that. And there's maybe some manipulation going on. I don't mean danger like her life is threatened, but there's some manipulation going on. She has an addictive personality. She's very, very fair, very, very kind, very, very giving, but she doesn't like to give advice. She doesn't like to get advice. Okay. You can't give her advice. If you give her advice, she's very sensitive to criticism, and you don't want to do that. She's extremely optimistic. She's more optimistic about other people than she is about herself. But she has a difficult relationship with you, mom, and she witnessed a difficult relationship between mom and dad. And because of this, she doesn't like to take advice. And that's not like a strike against you. It's just she's loyal to you. She's not going to leave your side. But there is a challenge between the two of you because there's this past life between the two of you. And she chose to be with you to learn lessons around loyalty. Even though things weren't working out with her mom and dad, you and your partner, she witnessed loyalty from you. And it's actually sees that as uh, what's the word for it? She also sees it as a weakness, but she's going to learn to see it as a strength. Okay. Can you tell me anything about my son is telling me? I'm so sorry. I'll see if he comes through. I'm not getting anything right now. Do you see my love interest man will reply to me soon? I am Gemini. Well, you're not a Gemini, you're a Taurus, according to astronomy, astrology, and sidereal astrology, which means, but then you're going to be at the tail end. So there's no time there. He's replying to you, but he's not being very clear about when you can see and when you can meet up and if you can go on video chat for some reason. So I'd be very leery about that. Very. There's a lot of miscommunication going on, Anna, Eva, between the two of you. Hey, Holly, please tell me what I should do and how to deal with the family in charge of probate of my stepmother. Thank you. Your date of birth and time. Now, this would, and Eva, I don't, yeah, you're gonna get some texting within the next 48 hours. Actually, no, not until the end of the month. But you're still, you need more from this. How soon will you buy? Been a few days of silence. Yeah, it'll be the end of the month. You should question the relationship. I put mine out on there. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. So with Karen, if I'd like everybody involved in this. So if you did a 15-minute reading with me at askhollyhall.com, I would want your birth information, but I'm still going to look at it. I would want, you're welcome. And I would want, obviously, your birthday and the step family in charge of probate of my stepmother. But let me look at July 2754. Let me look at when this is over for you. Yeah. So it will work out. It will work itself out on 2 different dates. One of them is in July and August. June, July, and August. It's a long time frame. June, July, and August. There's a sale of an estate. There's money in 2 different places. I'm seeing like 2 different banks. There's a man that's in charge of one of them. and that person is lagging behind on being quick with responses. The next one is October and November is a finalization or the selling of an estate or property. And then it's done in the fall. Does that resonate? Does that ring true to you, Karen? How does that resonate with you? AskHollyHall.com. And a lot of people ask me about real estate. I see that crashing in the summer and in the fall. A lot of people talk to me about silver and gold. Definitely gold, but silver's going to get more than gold. Silver's going to be worth more than gold. And 2 years ago, I made a prediction that energy would become the new currency. And I had no idea what that meant. It's on my TikTok. You guys, if you're on my YouTube right now, please subscribe. That's the only way you're going to get notifications. I put out every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. For every Friday, I'm live, and Mondays, and I put out the week's events. And also on Wednesdays, I talk about a theme. Right now, I'm talking about the Great Divide. And silver is the one that's going to go up. The currency of energy is land. So land and water is the energy for AI, and it's a 5 year. It's just for 5 years because then AI is going to figure it out on its own, how to create energy that is much more reasonable and much more affordable as well. My father, he seems to go through a little tough time. What is the issue? I've got 4 minutes, October 16, to do this. Oh, I can't do that. Shoot. I almost went over another client's October. So right away, I'm getting your father's heart, but it's like a flibration. I don't know. It's like this. It's not like a heart disease or a heart attack. It's like just problems with it fluttering. I don't know why I'm getting that. Something to do with it fluttering. And he is pretty stubborn when it comes to you giving him advice because he has a lot of fear. He's just afraid and he doesn't trust people. So it's hard to help him. And he suffers in silence and he doesn't like to be told what to do as well. But as far as I can see here, there seems to be some money or financial stuff that's also bothering him, but that's over in April. And then he'll be fine after that. You'll see a big change in him in April of this year. I don't know if that makes sense. My name is Holly Hall, and you're welcome. So my name is Holly Hall at AskHollyHall.com, and it's also at Ask Holly Hall on YouTube, at Ask Holly Hall on Facebook, at Ask Holly Hall on TikTok. Okay, so it's Ask Holly Hall everywhere you go. And that's where you can get some information about me. I've got so much information on YouTube. And if you subscribe, then you're going to get I put a lot of stuff in between too. I just did a really great interview. Been putting up some shorts on that as well. And so Karina says yes with a big smiley face about her father with the heart like. There was another one that I'm getting that makes it difficulty breathing. But he likes his sugar, and you can't tell him not to eat his sugar. But he likes his sweets. I mean, a lot. So that's a big part of it. If you ask him or you give him advice, it brings up fear again. So, at this stage of the game, he's going to do what he wants to do. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in every Friday, Spirit Realm Network, and it's blowing up. Spirit Realm Network, it's blowing up. You're going to want to follow. You guys on my YouTube, get over to Facebook, follow Spirit Realm Net. It's going to be on Roku. It's going to be on Fire Stick. It's going to be on any smart TV. And it's going to be massive. And I think it's going to be on YouTube again as well. And Karina said he's stubborn. So thank you very much. And I hope you guys, there's so many other readers too on Spirit Realm Radio, not just me. There's many, many awesome readers. And there is one specifically that talks to people that are passed on. So you might want to find her. And some of you that asked me that question, go on there and find out. Thanks everyone for joining in. I never did see how many I had total, but anyways, thanks anyone.